Lesson 4-8, multi-step inequalities with grouping symbols. So again, solving the steps to solve a inequality. You want to combine like terms on each side of the inequality symbol first. Then you're going to add or subtract to get all the terms with variables on one side of the inequality symbol, and then all the numbers that don't have the variable on the other side. And then to get the variable completely by itself, you multiply or divide by the coefficient on both sides, and then you graph the inequality. So example 1, Lonnie's 3 test scores are 89, 92, and 86. What score does she need on her 4th test to have an average of at least 90? Now average means take all the numbers, add them up, and then divide by however many numbers you combined. And then that would be your average. So in this case, you have 89 plus 92 plus 86 plus one more test score. If you divide by 4, because there was a total of 4 tests, that should be greater than or equal to 90. So now let's solve this one. So the first thing we're going to do is multiply by 4 on both sides just to get rid of our denominator. And then I'm going to combine like terms at the top. And 89 plus 92 plus 86 gives us 267. So I have 267 plus s is greater than or equal to 360. Now to find out what s is, I'm just going to subtract 267 on both sides. And 360 minus 267 is going to give us 93. So s is going to be greater than or equal to 93. That means Lonnie's got to have at least a 93 on the final test for her to have an average of at least 90. Next, solve. Here you can either distribute the 2 or you can divide by 2 first. And this is going to give us 2w plus 4 is less than or equal to half of 36 is 18. And I would subtract 4 on both sides. And this is going to give us 2w is less than or equal to 14. Divide by 2. W is going to be less than or equal to 7. And then on a number line, we got 7 here. Filled in circle. Less than means going to the left. Next, to get the parentheses by itself, I'm going to divide by 6 on both sides. And I'm left with a minus 2 is less than negative 3. Add 2 to both sides. A is going to be less than negative 1. Number line, we got negative 1. Open circle at negative 1, less than goes to the left. Next, here we want to get the parentheses by itself, so I'm going to divide by negative 2. Because I'm dividing by a negative, I have to flip the symbol, so now it's going to be 4 is less than d plus 3. Subtract 3 on both sides. And now I have 1 is less than d, or you think of it as d is greater than 1. And then on a number line, got 1 here. It cannot equal 1, so it's an open circle. Greater than means going to the right. Next, divide everything by negative 4. We got 5 plus w is greater than negative 6. Subtract 5 on both sides. And we have w is greater than negative 11. Number line, got negative 11 here. Open circle at negative 11. Greater than means going to the right. Next, solve and graph here. I need to subtract 1 on both sides. You got negative 6 is greater than negative 6x. Divide by negative 6. I now have x. I have to flip the symbol, so x is going to be greater than positive 1. Open circle at positive 1. Greater than means going to the right. Next, I'm going to subtract 9 on both sides. Combine the y's, and I get 5y is greater than negative 20, divided by 5 on both sides. Now left with y is greater than negative 4. Number line, we got negative 4 here. Open circle at negative 4 greater than means going to the right. Next, get rid of fractions, and we need to multiply by the denominator on both sides. Multiply by 6, so now I have 7x minus 3x is negative 10x is negative 3x, less than or equal to a negative 24. Divided by negative 3. X is now greater than or equal to a positive 8. I had to flip the symbol because I was dividing by a negative number. So I have positive 8 on the number line. Filled in circle because it can equal it. Greater than means going to the right. Next, divide everything by 5. Get the parentheses by itself, and I'm left with 7 is greater than or equal to x minus 2. Add 2 to both sides. We have x greater than or equal to 9. So if I rewrite this, it would be x is less than or equal to 9, or 9 is greater than or equal to x. Number line, I got 9. Filled in circle at 9. Less than means going to the left. And our last one. Here we'll have to divide or distribute the negative 2 to break down the parentheses because of that plus 4m here. So this gives me a negative 2m plus 10 plus 4m is less than negative 14. Going to subtract 10 on both sides, and that gives us 2m is less than negative 24. Divided by 2, m is less than negative 12. And then on number line, we got negative 12 here. Open circle at negative 12, less than means going to the left. So that is our lesson on multi-step inequalities with grouping symbols.